Hey, hold on. Whoa, just in time, huh?
Just in time.
Wait, I'm sorry, I'm just... You know that feeling when you're about to drop a letter in the box and then you freeze and then that weird voice in your head yells, wait! But what am I waiting for?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm not a kid anymore, right? And I can't wait forever.
Neither can I.
Sorry, I just don't write a lot of letters. See, it's like ripping off a bandage. You just gotta do it fast and scream, right?
Don't scream. What good is a letter if you don't mail it?
Okay. Here goes. Okay, bye.
Or not.
Or two.
Or not.
Want to bet? Just look at them.
They dance like they know the steps, but they can't find the rhythm.
Maybe they know the steps, but they've lost their rhythm.
Well, sometimes things change, I guess.
But that won't happen with us. Nikki and Graham forever, right?
I gotta get this.
I'll do the appetizers.
Thanks.
Love you.
Hey. No, not yet. I need to figure out the best way to do this. I know, but I've got this handled. Just trust me. I love you too.
It's never been the same. But I wanna know you well. This could be good, but you can never tell. So come on, we're just getting started.
Good morning, everyone. Norman, Rita, Shane, Miss McInerney.
Happy Monday, Oliver.
Anything pressing?
Nope, just the usual, except for this.
Oh. Pine tar and evergreen. The Florida yew, I believe.
Oh, the Florida yew only grows in northern Florida on the eastern side of the Apalachicola River.
Sadly, we will never know that story. Norman, will you dispatch to the Miami branch?
You got it. Oh, I might stop by passports. Eleanor got a new blender and she's making smoothies. Does anybody want one?
Oh, yes, please.
I'm in.
I'm a yoo-hoo man, usually, but I might try branching out. Oh, okay. Perhaps we should use this time to get a jump on our impossibly ripped and mangled box.
We usually do those at the end of the month. Unless you want to branch out with that, too.
Oliver O'Toole, please report immediately to the Office of Postal Security. O'Toole to OPS.
Oh, OPS. What's that all about?
We shall see.
So, what happened with your date Saturday night? Did you wear the pink dress?
Yes.
And what happened at the end? Did he kiss you?
Well, something happened because he is drinking smoothies and he almost called you Shane.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. He said, good morning, Miss McInerney.
There was no I didn't hear a shh.
Shane McInerney to the front desk. Shane McInerney.
What is going on today?
Shane!
Do I?
It's Nikki, your server from Saturday night.
That's right. And a duck. And a can of beans. Beans. Never seen anything like it. Yeah, he just arrived. Got it. O'Toole.
Mr. Kimsicle.
Glad to have you aboard. We need a man who knows the ropes, the sails, the lay of the land, the whole enchilada from stem to stern.
Could you elaborate?
Well, that is what I mean. We need a smart guy around here who knows about elaborating. 4 days ago, an unidentified perpetrator removed the mail from this mailbox and replaced it with a duck.
I believe that may be a goose.
You're thinking already. I like that. 3 days ago, the mail was taken from here, replaced with 2 tiny people in a tent.
So, a wedding cake topper, a goose, and may I assume a third mailbox yielded a can of kidney beans?
Yes, you may. And you may also assume that you and that weird little task force of yours are going to find this guy.
Not quite sure that falls under the aegis of the Dead Letter Office. Perhaps the police or FBI?
O'Toole, if word gets out before we know what we're dealing with, we could have rampant hysteria running all over the place. We need to keep this in-house as long as we can.
Has anyone dusted the beans for fingerprints?
That little guy in your office, the one with the suitcase, doesn't he usually do that?
Yes, but...
And the other 2, the skinny one, Shane, yeah.
Ms. McInerney?
Oh, she is a live wire. Nothing gets past her, huh?
Not that I'm aware of. So there are no other leads?
Well, just one. Yeah, this was found Saturday in box 458. It's some kind of fancy language like Greek or Peruvian.
It's Latin.
Or Latin. I'm guessing that is a clue of massive proportions.
Yes, it's definitely a clue.
I love this guy!
One more day. If I had just waited one more day and thought it through, but no, I had to send it. I had to say it. Let's get married. Then I give it to the mailman, and for a few hours, I actually feel, hope. Until, God, if he gets it now, I'll be utterly humiliated, or worse, mortified, or what's worse, mortified or pitied.
Nikki, getting a letter back once it's mailed is almost impossible.
Then that's it.
Listen, fill this out, then have them come get me. I'll walk this onto the floor and I'll look for it myself.
Hey, everything okay?
Yeah, strange though. It was her waitress from Montaldo's. She needed a Form 1067E.
So, tell me about that dinner.
Well, let's see.
Start from the beginning.
He was really nervous at first, and then we started dancing, and things got better until we stopped dancing.
Water is wide, I cannot cross o'er, and neither have I the wings to fly. Give us a boat that can carry two, and both shall row to yonder side.
I've never heard to yonder side, isn't it? And both shall row, my love and I?
It's an archaic tune. Traditional lyrics often evolve over time. I just chose an alternate translation.
Huh.
Shall we?
Thank you.
I see you're enjoying the champagne.
Oh, yes, it's amazing.
The service here is excellent.
Oh, you haven't seen anything yet? Just wait for the show. By the way, do either of you have any food sensitivities?
No, we don't.
Good. We have an amuse-bouche for you this evening. A shrimp and sashimi crouton, compliments of the chef.
Amuse-bouche, a millennial phenomenon.
What?
Oh, he just means that people weren't having their bouches amused back in the 20th century.
I knew it.
I'm sorry?
My boyfriend works here too, and he was sure you guys were on your first date, but I said no way. I mean, with the champagne, the way you dance and talk about each other, the way you even know each other's allergies, it's gotta be your anniversary, right?
No, actually, we're just friends. Of course, just is a rather imprecise qualifier, perhaps a more accurate.
Did you say something about a show?
Right, what's Montaldo's without the singing waiters? Any requests?
Yes. How soon can you start singing?
Oh, what do you know? That's our cue.
He really said that? Just friends?
Yep, rolled right off his tongue like he was asking for more butter.
Ouch.
Oh, it gets worse.
You know, I actually do have an allergy, a slight sensitivity to rosehip tea, but I don't expect you to know that.
I'll keep that in mind. No rose hips. It's always good to learn something new about a friend.
Speaking of roses, did you ever plant that cutting from your mother's rose bush?
Oh, you mean the one that you so thoughtfully gave me when we all went back east?
Yes.
It never really took. I think it died.
Oh, that's a shame.
I know. I tried everything to keep it alive. I watered it. I fed it. I talked to it. I fertilized it.
Oh. You know, they say the best fertilizer...
What?
That some botanists have noted that roses tend to thrive when located near the final resting place of a family pet.
You think I should plant a dead animal under my rose bush?
Oh, only if you had one.
Well, a pet sounds pretty good right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, Montalvo Supper Club proudly presents an evening of music with your talented servants. Opening our show, please welcome Nikki and Graham.
You're so good. You're too good for me, you are. You're the best darn person I have known. By far, if I could, you know I'd never throw this curve. You're a goddess, and I'm not what you deserve. What I am saying is, our thing must end, and though it must, I want to be your friend.
Friend.
Yes.
Friend! You wanna be my friend?
Sure.
You wanna be my friend? Oh, that's nice. You wanna be my friend? I've got friends I know from college, high school pals that I still see. I've got sisters in sororities across the country fond of me. 2 chums that date from grade school, 1 whole family from St. Paul. I've got friends I know from summer camp who still give me a call. I've got friends from when I lived in Paris and my singles cruise. I have 5 old boyfriends who still call me up to schmooze. I've got buddies from the lab in Boston and colleagues at the zoo. I've got an aunt in Cleveland who I always can turn to. I've got enough friends.
I should be going now. Have
You
fun.
stay right here. You want to be my friend? You want to be my friend? Well, I'm touched. You want to be my friend? I want a lover and a husband and a partner and a spouse. Someone to split expenses with me on our summer house. I want a father for my unborn children, someone who's in tune. And since I'll be 29 next month, I want him rather soon. I want someone to buy rugs and lamps with, someone who'll co-sign. I want a small joint bank account in his name and in mine. I want someone I can fight with, learn to love with, and love to feed. Come to think of it, there's only one thing that I do not need. I don't need another friend!
Wow, the whole song was like that?
Yep. Friends, commitment, desperation, infertility. It was like group therapy with seafood.
Eleanor's blender got stuck on frappe, and I picked up your mail for you from the P.O. box.
Oh, you are so sweet.
$50 a month can save the Bouvet Island burrowing yellowtail owl. $50? Wow.
Oh, it's a very worthy cause.
Hey, strawberry, mango, and blueberry.
Oliver, what's going on?
We have been charged with the grim task of investigating the systematic and frankly bizarre plundering of the United States mail from official receptacles in South Denver.
Wow.
Who would do something like that?
It does happen, I'm afraid.
Not like this. This time it's personal. It's one of our own. For sonnet haec olim memonis juavit has been engraved on every Darkham Night Award for over 100 years. Yours, mine, my grandfather's.
What does it mean?
Well, it's from Virgil's epic poem of love and war. They are words of encouragement to a shipwrecked army.
What does being shipwrecked have to do with post office?
Courage and perseverance, Norman. Hallmarks of every postal worker who's performed his or her duty in the face of great odds and received one of these. Perhaps one day it will be good to remember this.
Remember what? Beans, wedding cakes, and a duck?
It's a goose.
Really?
Well, all we need is a partial print, and that might be enough to run through a database.
Too bad we don't have one.
Miss McInerney?
Well, it's not impossible to break into the FBI fingerprint system, but it could take some time. Like 30 years to life.
Are you sure we can't just call the police?
Well, Lester was adamant. He isn't easy to say no to.
Nothing. This has been wiped clean. This guy knows what he's doing.
We need someone from law enforcement who can give us a psychological profile, the sort of person we're dealing with here. We need, we need...
A friend? Like Dale?
Yes.
Oh, who's he?
Oh, Dale is a she. Dale sings in the choir at Oliver's church. Dale is lovely.
Wait, you went to Oliver's church?
Mm-hmm. Just to drop something off. He introduced me. She's a soprano and a police officer.
Well, to be accurate, she was a police officer. She's now a special agent for the State Division of Investigations.
Well, she sounds perfect.
Yes, she does.
Rita, do you pack up the beans and the cake topper and a piece of paper? And Miss McInerney, bring your computer and the map of violated mailboxes. It's not much to go on, but...
Oh my gosh. Oliver, I think we have a witness.
Now, you're certain you saw him take the mail from that box?
Positive. He locked up and started walking away, and that's when I caught up with him.
Would you be able to recognize him?
Probably. He seemed sort of sad. What's this about?
Well, the good news is the mail you're trying to retrieve has not yet been delivered because it has not yet entered the system. The unfortunate news is we believe that mail has been involved in a series of unauthorized transfers.
What?
Somebody stole a bunch of mail.
Well, you've got to get mine back.
We are making every effort.
I have to get it back. It's really important.
That man has stolen hundreds, if not thousands, of letters. I assure you that every one of them matters to someone. They all matter to us.
Nikki, think of it like this. If the letter's really lost, then at least Graham won't read it now, right?
What if the mail guy does? I should never have mailed that letter. And I wouldn't have if it weren't for him.
What do you mean?
Oh, he said something about, what good is a letter if you never mail it?
Got a point. Look, you were in love, and you took a risk to say so. You put yourself out there.
But now the letter's out there, and I have to get it back. I have to.
Well, seeing as you completed Form 67E, as soon as the mail is retrieved, we will be certain to return it to you. In the meantime, I'd like you to go with Norman to assist in creating a sketch of our suspect.
Sure.
Do you like smoothies?
I think there's something she's not telling us.
So do I.
Hi, Rita.
Oh.
This is Nikki.
Oh, hello. Hi.
That letter she wants back? She thinks she may have given it to our perp.
Whoa, you met the perp?
He didn't seem like a perp. But then again, you never really know somebody, do you?
I really know Rita.
Oh, I really love your blouse. It's a beautiful color.
Thank you. I never used to wear blue, but I started to because blue is my boyfriend's favorite color.
Oh.
My ex-boyfriend.
Oh.
Smoothie? Strawberry? Mango? Blue? Oh. Berry.
Wow. Kidnapping, extortion, counterfeiting. When you said she was a police officer, I was thinking parking tickets. Dessert the other night was out of this world. You should have tried it.
Yes. It looked quite appetizing.
Trust me, it was incredible. Maybe next time if we, Oh, look. Doesn't that woman look a little like Eleanor in Passports?
Ladies and gentlemen, they'll be back later.
My goodness, that was vigorous.
I thought they were great.
I always enjoy a spirited performance, but I guess I thought the atmosphere here would be a bit more, intimate.
Well, the last time I was here was...
Oh, you've been here.
Well, I think there was a Sunday brunch I may have attended, or maybe it was a late afternoon tea / dinner.
Oh.
Yes, the chief of postal security, that man Lester in internal affairs, he asked me out.
You came here with Lester Kimsicle?
He wanted to get to know me better. For security reasons, he said.
Oh, you were on official business.
Right. And in the interest of full disclosure, I was here once with Steve.
Steve? Your old flame from Washington? He was here?
This is where we officially broke up. Right there, at that table with the lady and the lobster.
I see.
It was when I first moved to Denver, and he had flown in to change my mind, but by then I had met you guys, and I told him it was over and he should go back to DC.
I'm sorry. I chose a place fraught with so many memories for our first. Our first. I wonder where the gentleman's convenience might be.
Oh, it's right over there. Probably.
Thank you.
I just sit and simply watch the door and tell myself.
Was it custard, curd, or meringue?
I'm sorry?
The dessert. See, I prefer filling with custard or a good curd. Meringue always seems a waste of a good egg.
It was a custard with a curd glaze.
Oliver!
Hello.
Hi!
You remember Shane?
Yes, of course. Okay, come on in.
Please.
Thank you.
Well, he's educated. You don't get a lot of ransom notes in Latin. But you don't want to make a formal report?
Well, for now, I was hoping we might have a rhetorical conversation about the sort of person who might do this.
Okay. Well, from what I can tell, this rhetorical person probably works for the post office.
Oliver figured that out right away, and we have a description from someone who handed our suspect the letter on Saturday night. Male, gray hair, probably over 60 years old. He said something to our witness like, what good is a letter if you don't mail it?
Well, that sounds like a philosopher who's tired of dreaming. He wants something, he knows you want the mail back, so he's keeping it hostage.
Do you think he might be dangerous?
It's possible.
Oh, dear.
So we're looking for postal carriers that are over 60 and depressed. That should narrow it down.
You've got a little more to go on than that. You have a cake topper, some beans, and what is this, a goose?
Yes.
Remember, this isn't about the mail. Okay, he's playing a game. And he's not just sending this to anybody at the post office. He wants somebody in particular to figure this out, and he wants to prove that he's just as smart as they are.
So, he knows them?
Oh, yes. And he hates them.
So if we don't figure out the game, he's just gonna keep stealing mail and leaving weird stuff behind?
I don't think so. You see, the Latin quotation is different from the other clues. This literally says, remember this, but...
But there's an alternate translation.
Yes. Perhaps someday it will be good to remember these things.
These things?
Right. Does the post office keep a record of the people that have won the Dark of Night Award?
I ran a search of the list on the way over here, and I filtered for ducks, geese, cake decorations, kidney beans, you name it. And all I got was 100 years of recipients and dates. Oh, and very nice article about us here, Oliver, when we got ours.
Huh.
You never mentioned that.
Oh, well, it was a bit of a miracle, really.
Oliver, what did your grandfather receive his Dark of Night Award for?
He gave up Christmas Eve with his family to stay in the terminal annex to help a damaged shipment of goose eggs hatch overnight.
And the kidney beans? My kidney beans. Why not Pinto or Lima? Because you and I and Norman and Rita helped a girl who needed a kidney transplant. Oliver, what did your father get his for?
No, he never received one.
Well, yes, he did. I mean, it's right here. Joseph Henry O'Toole, that's him, right?
Yes, but...
That's it. He's targeting O'Toole's.
I need to find my father.
I think his eyes were further apart.
Okay. What about the What's her fourth blueberry smoothie? I thought blue made her sad.
Yeah, well, that's what we do when we're grieving a relationship, Norman. We reread all the old love letters, we revisit all the old places. We see something like The Color Blue, or we hear a certain song and we cry.
We. Did you break up with somebody before me?
Yeah. Bob.
Dated a guy named Bob?
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell me this before?
Because I'm telling you now. I dated a guy named Bob. He used to work at the zoo, and then he got a job offer at the Bouvet Island Animal Reserve, and he said that Antarctica wasn't a place for a girl like me, and that we should break up. Yeah.
Well, so you went out a couple of times?
Well, he liked to talk. He had a lot to say.
Well, how long did he talk for? A month? A year?
I mean,
forget it. It's old news anyways, right?
pretty much. He's the guy that I send money to every month to help save the Bouvet Island burrowing yellowtail owl.
You send your old boyfriend $50 a month?
I don't look at him like that anymore. But he's doing good work, and you know how I feel about owls.
Yes. But...
Nikki, did you need another smoothie?
There aren't enough smoothies in the world.
Here. Would you like to talk about it?
We were closing up and he said he wanted to talk. Are you okay?
Nikki,
What is it?
you're the best friend I've ever had. And when we sing together, it's like we were born to be a team.
I know.
Now we've been dating for, I don't know.
A year next Tuesday. But there's a but coming. I can feel it.
It's just that things have changed.
You're gonna break my heart, aren't you?
Let me explain.
I couldn't stand there and listen to another guy tell me it's all moving too fast, or he's met somebody else, or he needs to be free. So I ran away. And he didn't even follow me. So I just kept going.
We're supposed to follow?
Yes, like in the movies.
I'm watching the wrong movies.
Yeah. We're back. Hi, how did it go with your friend?
It was very enlightening.
Yes, it was.
Norman, how goes the sketch?
Oh, well, it's taking longer than I thought. Whatever you do, don't mention the color blue.
Miss Bergens, I hear you're dealing with a broken heart today. Sorry that you're hurting. I do know how that feels. However, Oliver O'Toole.
It's him.
You figured it out yet, Sonny?
Sir, whoever you are in violation of a...
Better get on the ball and wise up, Junior, or you're never gonna see that mail again.
Now see here, you
No,
listen...
you see if you can. I'll be waiting for you.
Hello?
Oh, I didn't hear it all.
He called him Junior.
He said if we didn't keep up with him, we'd never see the mail again.
No, you can't let him have those letters. You've got to get mine back. You have to.
Miss Perkins, I understand the personal nature of your letter, but it's unlikely that he's read every letter he's purloined. In fact, he's much more likely to destroy them, I'm afraid.
It's not just what I said, it's what's in it.
What's in the letter?
$50,000.
Forgive me, you said the card you mailed to your boyfriend contained $50,000?
Oh, ex-boyfriend. But I mailed it 6 hours before he turned into my ex.
Well, that's a nice way to say goodbye.
Can't you just stop payment on the check?
It's not a check. Our 1-year anniversary was coming up, and he loves getting mail, so I made him a card and wrote, "When I met you, it was like winning the lottery." And on the inside, I put,
"Uh-oh."
Yeah, lottery ticket. Then we broke up, and I was walking home, and you know the weatherman who does the lottery numbers? Ramon Rodriguez.
We know Ramon.
That's right, Sarah. There may be rain, but it could still be a beautiful day for one lucky Mega Power Sweepstakes player. 3, 7, 12, 15, 13.
The numbers on the ticket were the day, year, and time we met. It won 5 out of 6.
And now it's worth $50,000.
My goodness.
I wore blue for him. I learned to cook trout for him. He really likes trout.
Oh.
We were both saving up to move to New York to audition for clubs and cabarets together. We had all these plans, and I thought maybe this time I'd found somebody different. But he's just like all the rest, except if he gets that letter now, he'll be rich too. And they'll go to New York, and I'll just be here. Cooking trout.
One must never regret an act of love, Miss Perkins.
Never.
Norman, Rita, will you please complete the sketch with Miss Perkins? If I'm needed, I'll be in the mailbox grill. Excuse me.
His nose was kind of big and pointy.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. Oh. You can put that over there in the outbox. To Bob.
Hey, Dad. You look good. Oh, thanks. Please. Been a while.
Yes, well, I called. You've been busy.
Yeah, I've taken up hiking again. Live in Colorado, you gotta get out there and hike, right? You do? Well, I do. You should come sometime.
Oh, I have a great love of nature. Wouldn't mind expanding it to the outdoors.
Okay. In the meantime, sounds like you got a problem.
Yes. Someone's been stealing mail from the boxes in the Bonnie Bray area. I was hoping you might help us out.
Well, I don't know. I'm not sure they've ever forgiven me over there for defecting to FedEx. I'm not even sure you have.
Oh, of course I have. You had your reasons. Someday you'll tell me what they were.
Maybe on a hike.
Perhaps you might tell me about that Dark of Night award you won, too.
Well, it was a while ago.
Can't believe I never knew about that.
I didn't spread it around, and it happened after you left home. It was nothing like what you guys did. I just delivered a misrouted wedding dress in time for a wedding.
A wedding?
Oliver? It's finished. Nikki says it's really close, but we can bring her back in if we need to.
Do you know who this could be?
Yeah, I do.
Who? Dudley Curley. He resembles a sketch we had made with the help of a witness, and he matches the profile.
Good work. So it's Dudley, huh?
Yes.
Never heard of him.
He was a mail carrier for the Postal Service for 45 years.
And it's probably no coincidence that he retires today.
This isn't like taking home paper clips and staplers from the office. This is the U.S. mail, darn it. I want this man fired.
He's retiring.
What's this got to do with you anyway? Didn't you muster out and sign up for the enemy?
I asked my father to help us because every clue the suspect left so far has something to do with us. My grandfather, my father, and I all won Dark of Night awards.
I knew Curly. We were friends once.
Thought it was Dudley.
We called him Curly. He doesn't like Dudley.
Neither do I. Go on.
Curly and I hung out, watched the big game on Sundays. We were in the bowling league, and then I won that award. Got a nice promotion, and he just stopped coming around.
So what does he want?
We don't know. He says he's going to hold the mail ransom until we meet his demands that have not yet been set forth.
I'm thinking maybe I should just go over there and talk.
Forget it, O'Toole. You don't quit the Postal Service and then waltz back in here just because we need you. Are we clear?
Crystal.
Security, we are moving out. Lock that down!
What on earth?
Set up a perimeter and... Shane, good to have you on board. FedEx, you stay in the truck. This is government business.
Right.
Heads up, men. Keep your nose to the grindstone. Here we come, Dudley. Curly Dudley. This is Lester Kimsicle, Chief of Postal Security. We have your house surrounded. Come out with your hands up.
Mr. Kimsicle, we believe...
Stand down, O'Toole. You're in my wheelhouse now. Curly Dudley, can you hear me?
It's Dudley Curly.
Curly Dudley, Dudley Curly. I'm gonna call you Dud, okay?
No, it's not okay.
We're gonna need some proof of life here.
What?
Proof of life.
Well, I'm talking to you, aren't I, you moron?
Well, we know you're alive. We need to know the mail's okay. Just show us you got it. Stealing the mail is a federal offense.
Yeah, well, I'm still employed until 5 o'clock.
Hold on a minute. What's he talking about?
Technically, the mail is still in the possession of an authorized postal carrier. Unauthorized removal is a violation of norm?
Employee Regulation 67K.
But it is not a crime.
Well, at least not until 5 o'clock when he officially retires.
Wait until 5 o'clock and then we're coming in.
I wouldn't do that if I were you. I get what I want, or else.
Or else what? Dud? Or else what?
Oliver, look.
No, he started a fire.
Now, Dud, now's not the time to have a weenie roast.
Oh, I don't think he's making lunch, Mr. Kimsicle.
He's gonna burn them all.
He says he'll burn the letters if he doesn't get what he wants. But what is that?
He got what he wanted, attention. Now he doesn't know what to do with it. He was always putting the cart before the horse. He got that stick shift before he learned to drive just because... Oh, wow.
What?
Because I had one.
What do you see, Norman?
Doesn't look like he's burnt anything yet. But he's thinking about it.
So what do you think?
I think Lester could escalate this into a disaster if we don't do something.
Miss McInerney, it may be time to give her a call.
I know. I already called her. Dale's on her way. Dale should be here in about 20 minutes.
I don't know about you, but I'm getting hungry.
It's a good idea. I bet Dudley's getting hungry too.
Shane, you've changed your hair.
No.
You know, after this is all over, we should,
No. May I have that, please?
Mr. Curley, I'm going out for sandwiches. Can I get you anything? Pastrami? Turkey?
Corned beef and chicken salad on white.
My God, the man's a savage.
Do you want anything on that?
Just mayo. Oh, and some coleslaw.
Got it. Now, please, try not to burn anything until I get back, okay?
Okay.
If I give this back to you, do you promise not to use it before I get back?
Will you let me take you to dinner again?
Lester, so far the only one here breaking a federal law is you.
Okay. Okay.
Hey, I've got everybody's lunch order, and there's a diner around the corner.
I'll take ham on rye.
I'll get you your usual?
Perhaps a cup of herbal tea?
No rose hips. I'll grab something for Dale, too. Any idea what she'd like?
No.
Good.
So, Shane.
I'm sorry?
You and Shane. Something happened. I mean, you guys aren't... I don't know, you're not clicking like you usually do.
Oh, well, I think we, clicked a few times there.
Did you ever take her out like I told you to?
Yes, but not because you suggested it. There was something I wanted to do. We actually went to dinner at Montaldo's on Saturday.
2 days ago? Gee, it took you long enough.
Well, I'd like to think I learned to, well, not to...
Rush into things. Of course, I get it. So how did it go?
I ordered you a double pastrami on rye.
Thank you for telling me that, Rita.
You're welcome. Of course.
You're kidding. You actually said we're just friends?
Yes.
Well, no wonder she mentioned all those other guys she'd been there with. It was self-defense. So, how did it all end?
Well, I actually left for a while. I actually almost called you.
Watch the door and tell myself I'm fine alone. Oh yes, I've been here before.
Bellier.
Ramon, what are you doing here?
Well, I am dining with the most remarkable woman, a mesmerizing meteorologist. I see that you and the lovely Shane are getting, well, deep in conversation.
Well, we are deep into something.
I always knew you two would get together.
Oh, no, we're not dating. We're just on a, well, we're...
Over there. Stop thinking. You stare into each other's eyes. You drink champagne. You dance. Dance is like love, my friend. Don't look down.
Don't you mean love is like dancing? Don't look down?
Yes. But in the end, what is the difference, Now, I must get back to work. It's lottery night. Now, be bold. Go out. Face the music. And stop thinking. I see you. Stop it.
Ma chérie. Why should I rush to prove that I can break my heart all over?
So how did the night end?
Not well.
You know, I was never prouder of you than the day I heard about what you did to get your Dark of Night award. You actually saved someone's life.
Well, I had a lot of help.
Perhaps someday it will be good to remember these things. Smart man, Virgil. Your grandfather was always quoting him, or Shakespeare, the Bible. What was the one about love and power and...
God hasn't given us a spirit of fear, but of power and love and a sound mind.
After what you've been through, I don't blame you for being afraid, son, but at your core, that's not who you are. You don't get an award like that without love and power and a sound mind, and you don't get much else that matters in life without that either. I know you've been hurt in the past. And I'm guessing somebody's hurt Shane, too. But it seems to me that you've each got what it takes to try again if you just try again.
There you are. Hey, you.
Hi.
Well, hello.
Hi. Special Agent Dale Travers, State Division of Investigations.
Dud, this is Lester Kimsigle, Chief of Postal Security.
I know that. You don't have to say it every time. And stop calling me Dud.
Dud, there's a good-looking filly here from the Colorado State Division of Investigations of Colorado. If you don't give up before 5 o'clock, she's gonna take you in, and we would hate to see that.
Then give me what I want.
I don't care what you want.
Please, we're running out of time.
Darn it.
Okay, what do you want? Give me some demands.
I want my lunch.
It's here. It's here.
We got your god-awful corned beef and chicken salad right here.
Well, bring it to the door. Nice and slow. And I'll give you my list of demands. And come alone.
Find Joseph O'Toole and bring him here and tell him to bring his Dark of Night award. It belongs to me.
I don't like this. I don't like you going in there alone. I don't like you going without your award.
It's back home, packed away in a moving box. It's an hour there and an hour back. It's not enough time to get it before 5.
I can't hold off the feds once Dudley's officially retired.
I've got an idea. But I'm gonna need your help.
Name it.
Let's go.
You sure about this?
Once upon a time, a lot of letters never made it to their destination because I didn't do my job. I never want to feel that way again.
It's still a lot to give up. That's what I love about you, Oliver.
Thank you.
It's time to go.
Is Norman ever gonna come out of the tree?
I don't know. I think he's mad because I didn't tell him about Bob.
Bob? You didn't tell me about Bob. Who's Bob?
Oh, well...
Heads up, men.
Okay, Dudley. You got your O'Toole.
I'll take it. I'm not letting you go alone.
You get into any trouble, you say the magic word and we'll hear you.
What is the magic word?
I don't know. How about, help?
It's open!
Hey, Joe. Long time no see.
How you doing, Curly?
I'll be doing better when I get what I want. Toss it over.
The mail's yours. Not yet. I want to know what all this had to do with my family.
You still don't get it?
Maybe. But I want to hear you say it.
Well, Joe, when I started at the post office, I was the youngest person ever to be nominated for one of those. And then they gave it to your dad for babysitting some ducks.
Actually, they were...
And my last chance at getting one went to you. Your bunch. Yeah, sure, you got some girl a kidney, but you got other chances to win, and this was my last.
And what about me?
That one cut the deepest. I was this close to the deadline for nominations. I mean, nobody was going to top me dropping that kid's prom dress at her high school at the last minute during the Platte River flood. I even threw in a corsage. But my pal Joe delivers some gal's wedding dress.
There was more to it than that. Rita did some research. My father drove his truck 50 miles through a blizzard. It broke down. He walked 5 more miles, uphill, on ice.
Well, I drove through hail and sleet.
The lodge caught on fire. My father put it out.
Well, my prom girl married the prom boy, okay, and they had 6 kids.
Sir, my father...
What are we doing here? What does it matter? You can go ahead and keep the cup. We don't need it to know what we did. And neither do you. And someday, when you look back on how you got this cup, it's going to look pretty empty.
Come on, come on. This says Oliver O'Toole.
I didn't have enough time to get my dad's.
You gave this up for your dad. You know, when a man retires, he looks back across the years and he asks himself, what has he got to show for his life? I gave my heart and soul to the post office, but nobody knows my name. Dudley, Curly, nobody cares. I just want to feel like I mattered in this world before it's all over. But nobody's even gonna miss me.
I missed you for 13 years.
What good is a letter if we don't mail it?
What?
Somewhere in these bags is a love letter a lady named Nikki mailed last Saturday because of these words you spoke to her. You understood that writing a letter, putting it in a mailbox, is like handing your heart over to a stranger.
Just like asking for love is a risk, or asking for attention or forgiveness. You have to mail the letter and risk whatever happens next. Otherwise, nothing happens. So whether anyone
ever appreciates us or knows who we are, Mr. Curly, they will know what we stand for. And that matters to every single person who wrote every one of these letters. My goodness. Sir, there's one here for you. Thank you.
Dear Mr. Curly, well, at least somebody got it right. My mommy says you're going to stop working and you aren't going to bring any mail to us anymore. That is very sad. I will miss you. You bring all my birthday cards and letters from Grandma. And you always smile when I give you cookies. I wish we could give you a party, but our place is too small. But you already know that. Love, Betsy.
One of those is worth 1,000 of these.
I feel like a fool.
Don't bother. You've already got one of those outside.
Shay, that letter is property of the U.S. Postal Service.
Oh, well, she filled out a 106070 at the DLO, Lester.
Well, then she gets it from the DLO.
Oh, for heaven's sake. Really?
Well, regulations are like the life jackets on the gangplank of life, Missy. Great work today, though. Keep that up, I'll buy you dinner again.
Please don't.
Happy to do it. Happy to do it.
I'll see you at the party. Should be interesting. Curly's a good guy. He just lost his way for a while. Things could have turned out terribly for him if you hadn't handled it so well. Thank you. Thank you.
Dudley invited me to his retirement party.
Well, you should come.
Maybe I will. Are you coming to choir practice tomorrow?
I wouldn't miss it.
Good.
It's blue with a big heart sticker. Norman, you know that burrowing yellowtail owl that Rita sends money to?
Yeah.
Well, before I started singing, I worked at the zoo.
Wow, that is a complete career 180.
Well, I learned a lot. And there's something you should know about Bob.
What do they say? Cast your dark of night award upon the waters, and it shall be returned unto you.
Look at you, quoting scripture.
I know how hard it was for you to give that up.
Oh, it was easier than I thought it would be. It's actually just a symbol, like
the rose cutting that you gave me. You know, just because it didn't take, it doesn't diminish the thought that was behind it. Never regret an act.
Found it! Great!
I can't believe I'm holding $50,000 in my hands. So, why am I so sad?
Because no matter how much you've won, it can't fix what you've lost.
Saturday night at the restaurant, I was singing this love song, remember? And I'd sung it 1,000,000 times, but for some reason that night it felt like I was singing it just for Graham. And then it hit me. Being some Broadway star really isn't my dream. Being with Graham, being together anywhere, that's the dream. That was the dream. At least it was mine.
You know, when I broke up with Bob, I was so sad. I thought I would never find the right man for me.
Bob?
But then my mom said, Rita, don't be in such a hurry. The perfect man is out there, but he's still in the oven baking. And if you keep coming in the kitchen and opening the door, well, he'll never be ready. So I waited, and it wasn't easy. But then all of a sudden I smelled something really good. And when I opened the door, there was Norman. All done.
Ding!
He was worth the wait.
I thought Graham was too. He seemed like such a good guy, but wrong oven, I guess.
Look at it this way. Now you can live a trout-free life, and you don't have to wear blue anymore.
Good point.
Miss Bergens, there's a vast difference between choosing a good man and finding the right man. I hope you don't give up until you find both.
Okay. Well, thanks for everything.
It's our pleasure.
Back to work. Right. Or I could just quit.
Don't think about it. Go back to work. Face the music. You'll know what to do.
Miss Bergens, we'll see you out.
Bye.
Rita, we have to talk.
Norman, I know what you're gonna say. I should have told you before about Bob. But I don't feel about him the way I feel about you. And I never did. You're just gonna have to trust me.
Oh, I trust you completely. I don't trust Bob. I know you wanted to believe it, but Bouvet Island doesn't have any owls. And there's no such thing as the burrowing yellowtail. Bob scammed you.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Poor Bob. He must have really needed the money.
You're amazing.
But I'm not giving him any more money. Hey, do you want to go get dinner? I got an extra $50.
Yeah. Starving.
Nikki, please hold on. I need to tell you something. I tried calling after you ran off, but your voicemail is full and you didn't pick up.
We don't have to pretend anymore, Graham. We don't have to talk. We just have to sing and serve better than average food at inflated prices to people who think going to a romantic restaurant actually has anything to do with love.
Nikki, please just listen to me for once. Actually, what I tried to say, but you wouldn't let me, is I love you. And more than that, I am in love with you. And more than that, even.
What's more than that?
I don't know. I love you forever, love.
If there's a but coming, I'm gonna kill you.
I was gonna break up, but only because I have no business giving you hope that I can go with you to New York.
But you've been saving up for so long.
I was, but my mom lost her job and fell behind on her mortgage payments. She didn't want me to find out, but I did, and I had to help her out because she's my mom, and nobody believes in me like she does. Except you.
Why didn't you tell me?
I couldn't let you put your dreams on hold while you waited for me. But after you ran off, I knew I made a mistake. I just don't know how to fix it.
Okay. First of all, I love you forever, love you too. And second, I'm sorry, really sorry that I ran off. You were obviously in the oven and I didn't realize you were done. Don't ask. But third, you are so stupid.
Thank you.
I mean, you're my dream, not New York. And what makes you happy makes me happy. And I love your mom. And if we're gonna be together forever, then we can't let her lose her house. Otherwise, where will we go for Christmas? Which brings me to, what are we on?
4.
4th. Will you marry me?
In a minute.
Good. By the way, we won the lottery.
I know, that's exactly what it feels like.
No. We won the lottery. Don't open it. Just kiss me.
Play any sports in high school, Norm?
Well, I was a foster kid, so I moved around a lot.
Sports are the foundation of war. Like playing checkers with real people and you don't get hurt. What position did you play?
Well, I was a foster kid. I moved around a lot. I didn't.
Shortstop. Good for you.
Oh yeah, I love to dance. It's very hard work though. Well, at least the way that I do it anyways. How about you?
Oh, I haven't danced in years.
Shane and Oliver took dance lessons once.
Where is Shane?
I don't know.
What did you turn out?
I've heard of cop bars, and I've heard of sports bars, but I've never heard of will you excuse me?
Sure.
Well, everyone needs a place to...
Oliver, have some cake.
Oh, thank you.
Shane had it special ordered from Montaldo's. mail. Could you help me mix some more punch?
Sure. Yeah. Later.
Yes.
I took the liberty of ordering dessert.
Oh, thank you.
Was that Ramon that I saw leaving?
Yes, he sends his regards.
He always shows up at the weirdest times.
You think this is weird?
Are you gonna try your dessert?
Not quite ready yet. Forgive me. It gets a bit hot in here. But, I suppose you know that, being so familiar with the place.
Oliver, Lester is an idiot. And Steve, I have been over him for a very long time.
You owe me no explanations, Miss McInerney.
Because you and I are just friends.
That was an unfortunate turn of phrase, I'm afraid.
So what was tonight? Was it a date? Or was it just our long-promised dinner?
I don't know. It was supposed to be a quiet dinner with good company and good conversation. And I did want it to be someplace special. And I wanted to dance.
Oliver, I never danced with any of the others here. I only dance with you.
We could use more practice.
I know. If we're gonna get any good at it.
I imagine we could be very good.
I imagine we would be. Oh, if we practiced every week.
Every week.
Oh, I only meant if you were serious. I mean...
Right.
Right.
And now, returning to the stage with a very special goodnight from Montaldo's, please welcome Michael and Sophia.
If I loved you time and again, I would try to say all I'd want you to know. If I loved you, words wouldn't come in an easy way. Round in circles I'd go, longing to tell you, but afraid and shy. I'd let my golden chances pass me by. Soon you'd leave me, off you would go in the mist of day. Never, never to know how I loved you. If I loved you.
Are we dancing?
No, Miss McInerney. We are not.
Okay.
I need to ask you something. I like that dessert. It's very good.
I'm glad to hear it.
It's hard to find a good curd these days.
Yes, times have changed.
And I'm very old-fashioned, you know?
I'm aware of that.
And when life becomes complicated, one finds oneself falling back upon the traditional, familiar. One takes time to avoid the risk of precipitousness.
And does one get to the question?
And yet, what good is a letter if one never mails it?
Is that the question?
No. Why did you order lemon cake for the party today?
I thought you should have a second chance to try it.
And you couldn't wait until the next time we went to Montalvo's? Or did you assume there would be no next time?
Well,
Well, it may surprise you, but I believe in second chances, too.
Okay. Shall I put it on the calendar then for sometime this year?
Yes, how does next Saturday sound?
Great. It's a date. I mean, it's a...
It is a date.
Speaking of second chances,
Mm-hmm.
How do you like my hair?
What?
Do you like my hair?
It's fine. It's very... I like the flower.
Good. It's the first rose of summer.
No.
It took after all. And no animals were harmed in the blooming of this rose.
And you'd given up?
I know. Oh, me of little faith.
All it takes is a little.